Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be going through the basics of one of the most butchered exercises in the gym, which is the row machine. If you'd watched my last YouTube video, you'll know that I've entered the British Indoor Rowing Championships, and you'd know that I also rowed about 10 years ago. I had GB trials twice. Now, my form is not perfect, but it is a lot better than most, and I can teach you the basics of how to do it. So we are literally going to start at the absolute basics, how to set up the machine, and then we'll go in actually how to do the movements properly. So first thing up, we need to set our feet right. Now you want to set this up so that the straps go across the knuckle of your big toe essentially. So basically find out whereabouts that is. For me, it's on number 4. I've got pretty big feet, so they need to go quite towards the top. So that is right below the knuckle of my big toe. So this allows me this back heel to elevate off the foot plate, but we're also secure at the knuckle of your toes. The next thing then is the slider on the side. That is your resistance. So 1 is the easiest, 10 is the hardest. It basically opens and closes up the fan. Depending on how well the machine has been looked after, this will then correlate to a drag factor. Now for men, drag factor, you're looking around 138. For women, you're looking like 130-ish. So this slides up to 10 and down to 1. Basically, you want to be able to find out the drag factor. You don't want to go off this because each machine is going to be different. Each machine is going to be looked after in a different way. So the way to do that is through the settings. So I would usually start around 7. And what you do is you go through the settings to find the drag factor setting, and then basically all you have to do is row a few times, see what the number comes up with, and then you adjust the slider accordingly. So to get to the drag factor, we turn the machine on by pressing menu. We then go to more options. We go to drag factor. I usually set the fan to begin with at about 7. So we'll see where that comes with. All you have to do now is you row a few times and it will display a number. Like I mentioned before, for lads you're looking at about 138, for women you're looking at about 130. So you pull a few times, pretty nailed on already. Slightly high actually. So there's 147, so all you have to do is push that slider down towards the 6, and then carry on rowing a few more times. Slightly further down. And there's 138, 139, which is what we're looking for. I usually aim between 138 and 142. But yeah, it takes literally 2 seconds to set the machine up properly. That's just the standard set by the British Rowing Organisation. Next up after that, you want to set your screen so that it's at a decent height. Obviously I'm pretty tall, so I need to set this arm pretty high up. Then it's basically an eye level. You're not looking down, you're not looking up, you're keeping your posture nice and upright. So then also, before you start, you want your handles in the holder. This is basically a ready position to get going, so you don't have to reach all the way forward. Next up is to set the machine up for an actual workout. So you can go to just row at the top, which will just start you on just a straight up workout, no time and no distance on it. Change the units so that you have a 500 meter split time. This calories, well there's watts and there's calories, but calories is mainly more done in like CrossFit and functional fitness workouts. We're not aiming for calories on this. We want to know our 500 meter split. That is what we go off when we row in. So to actually set up for a proper workout, we go back to menu, you go select workout, and then there's a standard list, custom list, re-row, which is doing someone else's workout. I go new workout. Then you can go single distance, single time, single calorie, intervals. I'm not sure what special is. I think there's some games on this one. But usually you're looking at going single distance, and then you set your distance accordingly using all the buttons. I often do interval training though as well, so there's a few different. So you can go for interval for distance, time, calorie or variable. Usually it will be a distance workout, so I'll usually go a 500 meter Then tab along across here, set your rest time, and I would usually do a 2-minute rest. And then you just hit the tick and it's all ready to go, and this will count down as you row. So if I pull this a few times, you will see what I mean by it going down. So that number there with the 304 per 500 meters, that means it'll take me 3 minutes and 4 seconds to do 500 meters if I carry on at that rate. Then on the bottom half of the screen, you've got an average 500 meter. So that is obviously the average of your 500 meter that you're doing, and then your interval. So this will, every interval that you go up and have the rest time, this will go up every time. And then you get a projected finish time as well at the bottom. So if you're doing a session where you are aiming for a specific time, you know whether you are ahead or behind. So I'm going to just go to just row because I'm going to show you how to break down the actual movements of rowing. So as well as this being the basics of rowing, this is also the warm-up that I do every time when I step on to the rowing machine. So feet in, we already set this up, nice and tight in. We've obviously got the handle in the ready to go position, pick up the handle, and we're just going to pull all the way back. So we're going to get ourselves nice and comfortable, just the shorts, whatever. And what we want to do is sit up, nice and straight, core engaged. So first movement is arms only. So we're literally going to sit up. I'm going to pull in 10 times. And we're pulling in just under nipple height. So right into your rib cage. I've lost count how many I've done because I'm speaking. But we've got a few more to do. So you're pulling in nice and tight with your elbows. Next movement is the body rock. So we're going to arms out, rock forward, pull through and lean back slightly. So we're going to do 10 of these as well. Again, keeping our core engaged, back nice and straight, no slouching. Next one is going to be a quarter slide. So we're going to move ourselves quarter of the way down the slide. We're going to start now. So before we move the legs, you can see I'm rocking back forward. So each movement is just a building block for the basics. So I'll slow it down. So I'm in that lean back position, arms out, body rock forward, legs. And then it's just a case of reversing that each time. And then we're going to go half slide. So just going a little bit further down. Again, we're keeping nice and straight. The arms go out first before the legs move. Quite often what I will see is people going all the way down the body like this and coming through. I've seen people lifting it above their head. But no, we keep it arms out, legs move, then arms in. Then we go to 3/4, just before your heels are about to lift this foot plate. This will also depend on your ankle mobility as well. So we'll go slow again. So as we do this, we push back. We feel our lats engage. So lats engage, pull through, leg drive, pull through, arms out, forward, drive. Then we'll go to full stroke, which is we're going to lift our heels off. Important not to collapse here, like this. We sit nice and strong, core engage, head forward. One thing I forgot to mention is the top right corner is your stroke rate. So say if it says 24, that means you are doing 24 strokes a minute. Obviously, the bigger that number, the faster you are going. So this is 24 right now. I'll off it. We're now looking at 32. And that is how we row. Like I said before, it's one of the exercises I see most done wrong in the gym. And it's not due to people teaching them wrong, it's mostly due to people not really knowing how to use the machine properly. So a lot of people, it's just another machine in the gym. It obviously requires technique and a lot of it. Otherwise you can end up with a very, very sore back. So take your time, engage your core. We'll start again. So without the actual handle. So we sit up, core's engaged, legs are nice and straight. And so, hold the handle so I don't look like a weirdo in the gym. So we'll start here, slightly lean back, and then as arms come out, we rock forward, legs come. As we push down with our heels, back gets engaged, pull through, legs, arms stay straight, and then we pull through. None of this scraping down your body and this is going everywhere. That's how you know you're doing it wrong. This wire should stay still pretty much the whole time. It shouldn't be wafting around. Obviously there's going to be a little bit, but it should not be going like up and down like this. Obviously, if you've got any other questions, you want to learn more about how to row properly, any sort of workouts and sessions, then let me know. I will be doing a video on how I've been training for the British Indoor Rowing Championships in another video. This one is basically just to give you the absolute basics of how to row. Hope it helps. If you'd like to see any other exercises done in a similar way, drop me a message. I'm more than happy to make the videos. I'm more about form over weight than just absolutely going gung-ho at everything. I'd rather do an exercise done properly with less performance, because you're doing it the correct way. You're going to be targeting the right muscles, and then that way we are minimizing injury and we are maximizing longevity in the gym, which is exactly what we should all be striving for. But yeah, I'm going to crack on with my session now. I'm going to do another 500 meter benchmark. I may leave it in the video, just so I can review my own form. And then I'm going to go into my actual Sunday session, which I think today is 2 4K pieces with a 2-minute rest in between. But yeah, I'll leave the 500 meter in now. Fucking hell. Oh. Fucking hell. I had a really good start. Died at about 200 to go. Legs just died on me. Feeling earlier sessions this week, I think. But It's an improvement on the previous one I did. Been tired this week. Had some early starts, had some big training sessions. So, although not quite as good as I wanted, I'm pretty happy. 5 weeks out. I'll show you my time. So, let's see. Alright. Let's through there. So 39 soaks a minute. I think that's what I finished on. 1:25.5 is my average 500 meter split. Should be able to go down slide 8. There we go. So, as you can see, we had a pretty good start. 48 soaks a minute on the first 100, absolutely flying out the bag. Yeah, it's that last 400 and 500 meter fell off a bit, 127.5, 132 now. But we've got 5 weeks to put that right. So I'm pretty happy. I can't see myself, one sec. Yeah, really happy. Got progress, which is the main thing. I think fresh don't die out as much on the end, but definitely need to work on getting those splits slightly lower across the board to be in serious contention. But yeah, happy. Literally had like, I think 4, maybe 5 weeks of training so far, which has been a bit hit and miss as well, just with moving into the house, still loads to do. And also, I've got an exam in 2 weeks that I've been revising for as well, so that's been taking time out of training. Rightly so. But yeah, happy. So if you have enjoyed this one, drop a like. If you're new, subscribe. There's going to be plenty more videos coming. I'll see you in the next one.